Let's see, H4 versus MuteAce.
I think lineup-wise, in the long run, MuteAce has advantage just because the Peach is in the back and the Pikachu is second. So you're going to be able to get that damage on the Pikachu and then easily overwhelm that Duck Hunt with the Peach as long as you aren't too reckless with your short hops. But the late hit, like the last hit parry off of the cross slash, knowing that they're already looking for like no cancels, no staggers, that is going to be scary thinking about that when you try to pressure Mute.
Yeah, and then something also about MuteAce is that, I also happen to, play with, one of the most renowned Bayonetta, possibly ever, Lima. So it's one of these things where, like, if there's a chance for me to push my advantage, you better believe I'm going to do it. But the Bayo deterrent.
So in the Bayonetta contract, you must SD at least once a game. Problem is, that was your only Bayonetta stock, so you've already lost it.
So here here we go. The Palutena on deck.
Yo, I ugly laughed at that. I sound like like an old uncle just bellowing out a laugh. I can't believe that Mute ended up SDing already at like 30 plus. That could have you could have asked for something better as H4, but at least you already got 146. So one good call, one back air from Palu should take this out.
Right, we take the money and run in that instance. And honestly, the job of this Cloud right now is, hey, we need to amass as much damage as possible. So that way, when I bring out the Duck Hunt, I can literally just kind of like camp you, frustrate you with my normals.
Yep.
But here we go. H4 still alive, and what? Okay.
I understand why you did that because like Mute hasn't really gone for down to that ledge or dash deck at ledge, so you try to challenge Mute's approach there. But Mute finally getting the stock. But it was after a lot of very obvious back airs that were being spaced out by H4 saying, I'm not going to get hit by that. So he was able to amass 64% in the middle of all of it.
So one good matchup spread over another here. So we got H4's Pikachu. Pikachu coming out early.
He needs to dominate here. Like
yeah.
he needs to go into the Mute matchup with Peach at next to nothing, which is fantastic for you because this is one of the more annoying matchups for Palu to deal with. You can't really win on the short hop game because that Thunder Jolt is almost always in the way.
Yeah, and I understand why. Like, he probably didn't want to anchor this Pikachu, really, because it was just like there's a situation where he probably felt like or wasn't confident against the Bayo, and now he's in a situation where he got to kill at relatively low percent, excuse me.
Yeah,
but
very.
Here comes the end boss.
Very great coverage right there off the sides of the stage, showing why Palu could struggle in that a little bit. But like you said, final boss has approached. Mute, like we said before, won't camp, does not fear camping. But I like the way H4 is basically saying, look, I know that this is going to be a bit rough, so I'm just going to overwhelm you and take as much damage as possible. And Mute has barely gotten a single hit. It's working really well for H4 so far.
And right now, H4 is at a massive advantage just because, hey, this is your last character, so I'm going to do what I can here. 92% still going in, using the Thunder Jolt, and this is that thing we were talking about earlier where Pikachu's like really, really floaty, so it's hard to get a lock on him. So, but here we go.
One of the things that I am always enjoyment of on that down smash, taking out game one, is when someone proves me wrong. Because at the very beginning of this, I saw this match and said, okay, Pikachu can't be near the Peach. That Pikachu's going to get cooked. Very incorrect statement. H4 played around it and understood, look, if I get Duck Hunt in the back, you can't afford to float too much, so I might as well rush you down. Except Mute barely gave up an actual win on neutral, or actually for that matter, it barely looked like he was confident enough to get a single hit anyway. So it's like, okay, I'm just going to keep pushing you. And Mute just could not find an answer, and H4 basically taking away what was one of the ideas I had for the win conditions of this lineup. That's huge. Now, there was that 30% SD.
Yes.
But it didn't really matter too much because the Cloud went away only at about 50% done to Palu. But then that Pikachu dominated the Palu.
Yes. And this is like, I figured that was going to play into a part of it. I figured that, hey, if he's a character down, we're going to go ahead and push the advantage as much as we possibly can. Not going to be found here. But the stage pick to Hollow Bastion, and this is what I meant to talk about earlier in the last set with H4 in it, with his projectile characters. This might play a huge part in this with that stage, with this offensive comp right here that MuteAce has. MuteAce, the Smashville format doesn't really play into a factor for him, but for Pikachu and Duck Hunt, it's super good.
Okay, so this is going to be the tone setter right here. They're starting off both with their aces off of the staff right off the bat. Like you said, with the Hollow Bastion pick, it's easy to get right underneath that center platform with the zoner characters to kind of camp out and play around it. But for Mute, now that you have this stage, it's going to be a little easy to pressure on that platform with Peach against Pikachu specifically. Mute must take out this Pikachu ASAP, otherwise I think this is going to H4.
Yeah. And for MuteAce, this is definitely do or die. You know, this is best 2 out of 3. So this is definitely like MuteAce has to find a way to just like you said, kill the Pikachu ASAP, because this is like a situation to where like you're admittedly right. You're like your previous 2 characters aren't good, and you're starting with your best foot forward. So let's see if MuteAce can get this kill and grind this out.
Yeah, you cannot afford to take too much damage here, because that right up next is that Cloud, and that Cloud is only a straight hit back airs away from taking it out. Well, quite a few people with some support to H4, of course, over on the side of this early day of the stream. We are only at 12 local time, and they are forced to play this rough this early. Like, sometimes it takes a little bit to wake up.
Hey, it's a tournament, baby. A grueling gauntlet of distractions no matter what time it is.
True enough. Right now, the distraction of that Thunder Jolt is putting in a lot of work. Like, Mute is forced to double jump over that to look for forward airs. That's about 4 in a row that I've seen on attempt. I wouldn't be surprised to see Mute go for a parry up smash pretty soon. Tried to up smash right there. Tried to look for the anti-air, because you condition him to the idea that you can't go for the jumps, you get the grounded, but H4 got around it.
Here we go. So H4 just playing this out as long as they possibly can. Oh, and the tech situation in MuteAce is like, hey, that's the one opening I was waiting for right there. Trying to get the ledge trap situation going goes. And we see H4 literally traversing from side to side. And this is what MuteAce is waiting on. MuteAce is literally waiting on H4 to make just one negative move on shield.
Yeah.
So that way they can get a big possible punish. And at 134, that possible punish might kill H4's Pikachu. But we haven't seen anything yet. Going to be able to get back to stage here.
I see a throw coming pretty soon. Like, Mute has been constantly floating, trying to condition H4 into shielding, so that way he can get a throw off stage and get a ledge trap, because back air's too obvious, but that forward smash coming in is not going to be enough yet. You got to watch out how you're floating in the skies right now. That back air, after a lot of resources gone, you're going to have to be forced to go to the ledge and not going to be able to get it. Doubling up, after missing the first one, and H4 takes out the Peach.
And that is just like super just like the wherewithal to be like, hey, like I'm going to save my jump, go for 2 back airs, even though he fell out the first one, and just staying on MuteAce to make sure that they seal that kill. H4 playing like a true strategery on H4's part right here.
Actually godlike behavior right now from H4, and it just capitalizing on a situation that was very difficult to line up, but now you got the ledge trap here as Mute. You're going to be looking for a back air pretty soon, but except that's pretty hard to line up against Pikachu, and up till back air range is definitely gone, so finding that straight hit is going to be difficult.
Wow, and at this percentage, it's just like Pikachu is just like, you know, really really just aching of just falling out of combos right here. And it's just a very bad situation for the Bayonetta, because you're at a percentage to where you're going to get juggled and you're going to get this damage.
This is actually worst case scenario right now, because even though Pikachu's at 177, it's borderline impossible to find the grabs, as he keeps avoiding it. The grab is the main obvious option. You want that forward throw to get the kill, right? So I'm just going to keep jumping so you can't get it. And guess what? I'm too small to get a back air. So all these switch twists means absolutely nothing to H4 right now.
Yeah, honestly, like, you might want to try the Cloud method and try to start going for back airs on ledge. Like, literally, you have to find a way to kill this Pikachu. Pikachu at 200% ain't something right here, and thought he was going to catch him with the nair, but Pikachu is so small, he's falling out of the simplest things from Bayonetta right now.
Yeah, and the spacing on shield 2 to avoid the grab. Quick attacks are putting in a lot of damage. H4 is getting so much out of this, 206%. You can't grab me. Finally makes a mistake, though, on that down smash, expecting the grab, and that is going to find MuteAce a point on the board.
Wow, and immediately out of the Pikachu and just into the Cloud. Probably a more manageable matchup, especially since MuteAce has H4 at 0%. Now I can actually get you into some combos. And with a linear recovery of Cloud, might be really good for MuteAce as well. But the cross slash to get back on the ledge and back into the middle, we go.
That was so intelligent on H4 to go for the cross slash instead of burning of jump, because MuteAce's win condition right now is to give you with a witch twist. You need to go down to an early edge guard to get back in the game. And Mute is trying to force that by going for these full hop aerials. And now H4 is playing grounded, because eventually under center stage you're gonna get caught. Not probably not gonna go for cross slash here. Maybe look for a jump. Yeah, look for the jump and tried to cover him afterwards on an ABK.
Here we go, and back in the middle we go after that. And just like I said, just MuteAce just stuck offensively, like literally cannot find a way to just get, you know, the main win condition of Bayo, which is, like you said, the wishes, but back air. So H4 PNW going off right now in the crowd. MuteAce.
Definitely a lot of fandom going on for H4 right now. They want to see him take this. I believe this is only best of 3 right now. I will find out if I'm correct or not, but this is winner's semis. So the winner of this gets to take that nice trip over to winner's finals. H4 looking like he might do so, but it's not too bad of a lineup for Palu remaining. Palu does very well against Duck Hunt. You need to get through this cloud first, though.
See, this man, H4, has been playing just phenomenally this entire game so far. And MuteAce just not struggling per se, but like that first stock of Pikachu has been something.
Oh, all right, so energy is shifting. The fact that MuteAce went for that F-tilt as a coverage option for, I wish you did it. I wish you did it. You were at 127. If that worked, I would have popped off. But 29%, MuteAce has barely been hit, and a lot of it is due to the fact that Mute is just playing extremely well now on this Palu. That's it.
Uh-oh, here we go. Top player fundamentals coming into play right now. That down tilt to back air, really, really instrumental. Can MuteAce make this comeback and force a 3rd game? Let's see it.
Well, you can't play mid-range around MuteAce right now. You literally have to zone and put out aerials preemptively. But now you're putting yourself off stage. MuteAce going down there too, not getting hit by the down air, gets back on, and H4 getting right back to center to try and camp out.
Risky plays. He feels like he can out-fundamental him, and so we're going to see MuteAce start to go for these kills at very, very early percentages. We see H4 retreating back and forth, trying to stay in the middle of the stage. Aerial's coming out right now, and Duck Hunt deceptively strong.
All you got to do is just bait MuteAce into overextending. That's literally all you need right now. Get Mute to challenge you on short hop too much. Full hop as much as you want. I'm going to anti-air it eventually with one of these nairs, but if you get anywhere near the ledge, Mute's ledge trap game was phenomenal, and H4 is playing exactly how he needs to right now, Banjo.
There we go, and like I said, the ledge trap game phenomenal right here.
Not going to be able to, oh, he tried. Oh, wait, they're there. That's going to give it to him. Watch out for the down air, delaying it, go for the air dodge, and tries to two-frame him on the get-up off of the fair, but missing out, not the easiest thing to time.
Wow, this is actually a timeout. I didn't even see this. Oh my gosh. Yo. I didn't even see this man timed him out.
I was not paying attention to the timer
Yo.
at all. Like, at all.
He timed him out.